LinkedIn Live. So glad you could join me today. What I really want to focus on is how do you build for success on LinkedIn, and I've identified 7 keys. There's many more, but these are the ones that I felt were the priority 7. And basically, the key to it is combining these in a fashion that lends itself to who you are and personalizing it to what you bring. So, with that said, first key is relevancy. Relevancy is all about bringing value. It's about showing up every day and contributing something that justifies people time, effort, and thought. And with that, they'll look forward to getting more value, following you more often, and supporting you in a much bigger way. So, really, when you go to LinkedIn to post or just to share your profile, be relevant. It really helps with qualifying and it avoids a lot of time and thought distraction, which moves us into key 2, which is time efficiency. The key to LinkedIn as far as the investment is hardly money, it's time. And most people I call it kind of like getting a fast start and then plateauing, staying there for a very long time and wasting time. And when you ask them, they say, well, it didn't cost me anything. Well, if your time's not worth very much, it probably doesn't. But really, you have to measure in time. And the best way to do that is to really take inventory of what you're doing, why you're doing it, what you're getting from it, and does it justify doing it again the same way tomorrow? I found that doing little things over time right that compound make huge differences. So really focus on time efficiency. It's really important. You only have so much time. Next element is collaboration. Really work with people who are working and team with people who want to help people help them help them. It's really a ratcheting up opportunity, and actually it's too big of an opportunity for any one person. Unless you're, a one-trick pony, which won't get you into duplicatable or sustainable land, you really got to focus on building a team. I'm always building mastermind groups. I actually have one. If you want to visit my website, it's there. And focusing on the empathetic support that's required in a long game like LinkedIn, where most people don't have a great deal of patience. And what a collaboration group or a team or whatever you want to call it is, they share knowledge. If you have 5 or 6 people who are doing primarily what you're doing and doing it in different ways and getting different results, you get to learn so much faster, and it's painless as opposed to doing it all by yourself, and it's lonely. And LinkedIn is a lonely game. And in this day and age of insulation, isolation, conflict, it's great to work together. Next key, support. What you do is based on what you give. And if you can be supportive without really initially thinking of what am I going to get in return, you'll do really well. The key to support is being there for people when they need you. And one way is commenting, supporting people's posts. And the best way to do that, and I've had that strategy and I talk about it quite a bit, is the best post compliment of the day. You can look at your comments, and they're probably not that many. Typically, they're not. And when you get some, it doesn't take long to identify someone who really took the time, thought, and effort to check out what you did and maybe even share something that complements and supports it. What that does, not only does it enamor them to you, but it also provides third-party validation for people who don't know you as well, but respect the person who's commenting. So it has a multi-purpose benefit, and I would definitely use that. Value add, next key. We talked about support. We talked about relevancy. The value add is going above and beyond where most people go. We alluded to that a little bit in the commenting strategy, But the value add is really, being the best you and bringing the best you can to the table. And when I used to, I had a major e-tail business and a retail business. I used to always offer something after the sale because I never wanted to make it part of the sales negotiation. But if someone really bought a lot and was a great customer, after the sale, I would throw something in of really value and they would appreciate because they knew it wasn't necessary. When there's a saying, don't ask for a lighter load, ask for broader shoulders. By bringing more value, and most people are really strong, can do that without feeling like it's really a discomfort. Again, you're going to distinguish and differentiate yourself from the crowd. Consistency, being dependable, being reliable, showing attributes in action, not in just talk. And being trustworthy. And consistency builds top of mind awareness, it builds trust, builds likability, and it shows you're in it for the long haul. So be consistent and do a little bit more than is expected, undersell, over deliver. LinkedIn Live, what we're doing now. I think it's one of the greatest opportunities on LinkedIn because it really focuses on real people, real time, real conversation, and it's a lot more fun to talk it than to have to write it. And we talk about all these 7 key elements. All of them play a role in LinkedIn Live. The beauty that I see, and I've been doing this every day for 6 months, and I don't see any reason to stop. It only seems to get better, and I attract a more aligned group of individuals who hear me, see me, and understand and feel me, and now want to do a little bit more. And it makes sense. And the reason it all comes together is it's live. I hardly do any preparation. Usually I have a little note paper with 5 or 6 points I want to cover, and there's no homework. So when it's done, it's done. Then on top of it, LinkedIn gives you a tailwind, which is they announce that you're going live. And once you're done going live, they post it for you and distribute it. You can't beat it. If you want to learn more, I got a great LinkedIn Live program. Check out my website. I'd love to talk to you about it. But with that said, use these 7 keys. They're very, very valuable. They open a lot of doors, even treasure chest, if you use all of them at the same time and in combination. And that's where coaching, training, you got to buy some vowels to solve a puzzle once in a while. If you really identify with what I've talked about today with those 7 keys and want to integrate them and put them to work soon in what you're doing, it will be transformative. With that said, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you again for watching. Always promoting sharing this. It's important to people who may be at a plateau or just thinking about giving up or just burned out, confused, and want to know how to get to the next level. So thank you again.